If you only knew the power of the dark side, it is your destiny.
Hello everyone, this is Take the Gate. It is August 20th, 2014. This is from the Courthouse News, and it's about a police chief who turned in one of his officers, and I'll just read you this here. A Pennsylvania police chief who reported a photograph of a passed-out woman having her anus and vagina penetrated has case for retaliation, federal judge ruled. As police chief, Pittenson, Pennsylvania, Jeff Tayon, found the 46 illicit photos taken by an officer, Robert Semyon, on the department computer in October of 2009. The photographs show that the nude body of the victim, whose initials go by A and H, was unconscious or otherwise unaware, and 4 of the images depicted penetration of the victim's anus and vagina. A brief Tayon filed with the court in Scranton states. Tayon immediately asked then-Mayor Donna Connors to suspend Semyon, met with city council members, and then took the computer into state police crime lab for analysis. So, this person who goes by the name of Robert Semyon happens to be a personal friend of the mayor, Donna Connors. So, after he was charged and found guilty and got 1 year behind bars, the then mayor, Donna Connors, demoted the police chief, Jeff Tayon, and put somebody else in charge. So here we have a case of an officer who is not upholding criminality in his department being demoted for doing the right thing, and we wonder why we have corruption in our society. Well, that is why. So we have corruption from not only the police department, but the politicians that we put in charge of the police department. So whether the good cops, when there are good cops, stand up, they are hit from both ends of the nail, from the head and from below. So they're driven to run for the hills. And we are detailing the corruption that goes on. And when we talk about injustice system, we're talking about the racial profiling, the stop and frisk policy that targets minorities. And we're talking about the injustice of the prison industrial complex that seeks to criminalize mundane behavior arbitrarily for lesser and lesser offenses that aren't offenses because there's no victim for the offense. And as a side note, I just want to make it absolutely clear that when we know that we've detailed evidence that the mafia is in control of many of the police departments, that they have control of the SWAT teams as well as the upper levels of the command structure, so that they can increase crimes in areas where there were no crime, so that the property values of those areas will then drop, so that they can become bought by developers at pennies on the dollar, which will then hire the construction companies that the mafia control for the purposes of gentrification and relocation, forced relocation, on minorities that aren't aware that it's happening to them. And by detailing these crimes, we can show how they are complicit, these politicians, community, and throw people into prisons for profit. That is a major sign of corruption in society. And to stand up against it, you see what happens. You get demoted, you get thrown out, you get fired, you get disgraced, you get slandered. It's incredible what they'll do to protect the corruption and the levels of corruption in our society, from politicians, lawyers, judges, and police that are profiting off of it. This is Take the Gate. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Signing out.